You put a CB radio in my car?
Yeah. Now where did I put that CB radio? Can't seem to find... Oh, I forgot. It's in my pocket here. That's right, I forgot I put it in my pocket. This is a CB radio, and it is the smallest CB radio I have ever seen. Welcome to the channel, guys. Today I'm gonna be installing a CB radio into my wife's SUV, and I'm not telling her, but I did choose a very specific CB radio just for this purpose. Meet the tiny President Bill CB radio. This thing is impossibly small. I really don't understand how they're able to cram everything needed to work a CB radio into such a small case. And then my next question is, why aren't they all like this? Taking a look at my Cobra 29LX CB, this thing is fairly large, but fairly common in terms of its size. Now, when we compare the President Bill to the Cobra 29, I mean, look at that difference. It's astonishing. Of course, there are some drawbacks. The screen here is much smaller, and the screen is actually a button itself. But one huge positive is this thing is going to be able to fit almost anywhere. Here's the very bottom of it. You can see where the speaker is. And here is the back, and you can see that heat sink there. And one thing to note is the entire case of this thing is made of metal. So not only is this thing impossibly small, but it feels super solid. It does come with various mounting options. The CB radio literally just slides into this bracket and clicks into place. There's also another more typical bracket that it comes with. And here is the included mic, and you can see on the top there are down and up buttons. But although these brackets are extremely useful and very well made, I won't be using them today. And that's because this CB radio is going to slide into a slot directly underneath the CD player that I recently installed. Here you can see the Bluetooth CD player that I recently installed into my wife's Envoy, and the bracketry that it came with included this small pocket just underneath it. I'm pretty sure that pocket is meant for a few CD cases, but who uses those anymore these days? And because this pocket down here is practically useless to me, I'm gonna install the CB radio right here. And with this thing fully installed, it'll look something like that. Fits in there absolutely perfectly, like it was made for it. Okay, looking here in the car, I do have the antenna cable already run into the dash, and that antenna cable runs down on the floor behind this chair, where it pops out here and runs down underneath this trim, where it again pops out behind this second row, and you can see my magnetic mount Wilson Little Will antenna there. And just like I have on my 95 Suburban, anytime I want to use this CB radio, I can reach back there, grab that magnetic mount antenna, slap it up on the roof, and I'm good to go. At this point, I'm almost finished with the install. I just have a couple of panels to button up and we'll be done. I have everything wired up and completed in that regard, and I've already taken this thing out and got a successful radio check. So I just need to completely reinstall this panel along with some screws, and I'll screw this back together. And then I just have the placement of this mic to deal with. And for that, I'm thinking about attaching it right here. For the placement of the mic, I think instead of drilling that metal bracket into this plastic material here and having permanent holes basically forever, I'm gonna use this Velcro here. I was able to find this Velcro already cut into squares, so I think all I'm gonna do is put one part of it right about here and the other part of it right here on the back of the mic. This way, when we're not using the mic, we can just stick it right there and it'll stay. Also, if I ever want to remove it, I'm not going to have permanent holes in this panel. So I think having the mic right about there is perfect. Because the mic is going to be in your hand, I'm going to use the softer part of the Velcro on the mic. I'll go ahead and peel it off here and just stick it right on there. Just fold those little extra pieces over. It's okay that they're there. I'm not going to try to cut them off. I mean, that looks pretty dang good. Now, just to verify the position here, I think this is going to be perfect right here. Something like that. And I chose the black Velcro on purpose, and that's just so that it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. So here's the mic. Boom. Just stick it right on there when not in use, and you're good to go. All right, well, that looks like a pretty good position to me. It's not blocking anything. It's easy to get to. I still have complete access to my air conditioning controls, my stereo, and of course the CB itself. The only thing that's a little bit annoying is this cord here, but I think over time that will naturally bend itself in the correct positioning to not get in the way, not want to pop back out into the shifter here. All right, well, what do you think about the install? I think it looks pretty good. It went really well. The CB fits perfectly in that little cubby, and it's certainly not too big. Okay, guys, the time has finally come. I'm going to reveal this to my wife right now. First thing I'm going to do is call her and tell her to come out here.
Hey, babe, what's up?
Hey, can you come out to the garage real quick? I have something I wanted to show you.
Okay. All right, I'll be right there.
Okay. All right. We'll see how this goes. I'm really hoping that I don't get in trouble. I have a little surprise for you. So go ahead and sit down.
You put a CB radio in my car?
All right. So you're not mad?
Awesome.
You're not mad?
Heck no, this is so cool.
Oh, awesome. I was a little bit scared. I kind of thought you'd think it was rad, but
Of course.
I was a little bit afraid you were going to get mad.
Why is
Tiny?
it so cute and
Yeah,
tiny?
I mean, it's
like,
incredibly small.
it's like the littlest CB radio I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too. That's what I was just saying. It is an incredibly tiny CB radio.
Does it work just as good as like your big one?
I'm pretty sure this is a really good radio and it works really good. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent the $90 on it.
It's super cute, babe.
Yeah.
It's so cute. And
Well,
tiny.
maybe we can take it out and, give it a little test.
Can I do it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's do it. Well, guys, I didn't get in trouble, which I'm really thankful for because you don't want to get in trouble by her, let me tell you.
Are you serious?
Little dog to big dog, can you hear me?
I sure can, loud and clear.
Woo! I love it!
All right, cool. Glad we got a positive radio check there.
Babe, you're the best.
Well, babe, what do you think about the CB that I put in your car?
Super cool, Jim.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, so I put the CB in because I have a CB in my 95 Suburban. I'm going to be putting a CB in my 2003 Suburban. And I figured with this super tiny, itsy bitsy CB from President called the President Bill, I thought it was the perfect one to put in Ferris's car. So now all of our cars are going to have CB radios. Why do I put CB radios in there?
Because they're cool?
They're just cool. They're fun. It's nice to be able to communicate if there's traffic, if there's issues out there on the road, and just overall it's fun. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope at the very least it was entertaining for you. If it was, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and also subscribe if you're not already. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Ferris.
This is One Road.
And I will see you in
the
the
next
next
one.
one. Was that good?
Yeah.